The Wagoner County Sheriff is looking for answers after County Commissioners suspended his wife from her job as the county's 911 coordinator.
I asked County Commissioners what prompted the move, and they tell me they can't talk since it all happened in executive session. In an emergency meeting, the county's 3 commissioners voted to suspend Judy Elliott from the job she's had for nearly 2 decades. The meeting was conducted without public notice.
Judy Elliott, the wife of Chris Elliott, the Wagoner County Sheriff, and the county's 911 operator, was recently suspended by 3 of the county's commissioners. For what? Nobody really knows. An emergency meeting was held with no public access, and she was suspended immediately. The commissioners refused to explain why she was suspended and what she did to get kicked out after almost 2 decades on the job. While they wouldn't give us any information, we decided to go up to Wagoner and see if we could find ourselves and request records on email correspondence to see if we could get the full story of what happened with Judy Elliott. Let's just say it didn't go very well.
An Open Records Act request. Can I do that with you?
Yeah. What documents are you?
What I want are all of the emails and correspondence from anyone at the 911 center or any of the county commissioners related to Judy Elliott.
Okay. Amanda, would I need to refer that to our IT department to start pulling those?
We can take the request and we can request it from Nick.
Okay, I'll just have you fill out a form.
Perfect, I'd be happy to.
All email communications.
Yes, ma'am. We're looking into the situation going on there, and since they won't disclose anything related to the meetings, we can get the emails pursuant to the Open Records Act. So we're going to find out what everybody's been talking about with relation to Miss Elliott.
Okay.
Because we're looking into the sheriff too, so
Sure.
I figured that.
Just a second. Are you getting you taken care of?
Yes, ma'am. Absolutely. Well, here's what I got to say. Maybe I'm wrong, but it seems like they're going to be very happy to give us everything related to this. Maybe I'm reading the room wrong.
They didn't seem like they liked them very much.
No. I got the distinct impression that our presence here looking into this is wanted.
When we do these types of investigations, we try to dive as deep as we can. And one of the main things we like to do is go to the court clerk and request the last 10 felony cases filed. Based on how those are redacted, whether the social security numbers are still visible to the public, which tends to happen a lot, can kind of show how competent the DA's office is there. So we were on our way to do that when this happened.
Yeah, we got time.
Hello. What I'd like to do is I'd like to look at the last.
We can't record in here. This is the court clerk's office.
We can record in here. I'd like to.
We cannot record in here.
Yes, we can.
Well, we don't talk to them.
You don't want to talk to us because we're recording?
You
In
can't
a
record
publicly
in the court
accessible
clerk's
area of a public building? Do what?
Are you with the who?
I'm with me.
Are you with the company is one of my questions.
I am. I'm with me, my company. Wait, what was that? We always love it when we get content. Thank you for being rude. I agree with you. Do you understand why they're so upset? And you're like, why are they upset, right? You're wondering why they're rude. I agree. I'm wondering the same thing.
What these government officials don't realize is that if they had just given us our records and been nice, this wouldn't be a video. You would not be watching this right now. And you'd see the investigation, sure, later with all the papers we got on the 911 operator, but you wouldn't be seeing this interaction. The best thing to do if you're working for the government is just to give us our records, be nice, and we'll leave. And this won't be posted to YouTube more than likely.
Did you have a specific question?
Yes, ma'am. I need to look at the last 10 felony case filings that were filed. No, ma'am, I just want to look at them real quick and I'll give them right back to you.
Okay, all right.
That's it. Absolutely would be too.
Gentlemen, what's the problem here?
Not a problem in the world. Who are you?
I'm the court clerk.
What's your name?
Film Jim Heights, right?
Hey,
over
Jim.
there.
Nice to meet you, buddy.
You can film anywhere out here, not behind the glass.
I'm filming right that way right now, sir. Look at me. I'm doing it right now.
Okay, you're gonna have to leave then.
I'm not leaving. Don't touch me, sir.
Well, we just
Don't
get a
touch me.
sheriff.
Get a sheriff, sir.
Hey, guys.
Yes, ma'am. I need the last 10 felony case filings. Is all I want to look at.
One at a time.
Sure.
Okay. What's your case then?
Just the last 10 that are filed.
I like to have your name, sir, before the
I didn't get
deputies
it.
get down. Well, I'd like to have it, please.
No, thank you.
Well, why don't you just leave my office?
No, thank you.
Well, the deputies be down in a minute then, we'll get this taken care of.
Okay. You were the one that was outside smoking. You smell like cigarettes.
Well, tough luck, pal.
Is that Caputo?
No. No,
Isn't it?
It sure as heck from kind of the
It kinda looks like him.
looks like him. I mean, you smell Eureka cigarettes.
Yeah.
Why are you so rude?
Why are you so rude? I've asked
What
you
have
not
what
to
have I
do
done?
this. I've asked you.
And
not
I've
to go
declined,
behind the
sir.
counter.
And what the United States Supreme Court will tell you, and what this deputy is going to tell you, is they're going to tell you that I can record in publicly accessible areas
This is
of a
not
public building.
public-
Sir, it is. I'm right here. I can record anything that my eyes can see, as he's going to explain to you. He's not going to stop me from doing this. He doesn't want a federal lawsuit. He get that explained for you?
Don't pull anything.
Don't pull anything. The court clerk is saying don't pull anything. That's a violation of the Oklahoma Open Records, sir. That's a misdemeanor. I'll place you under citizen's arrest. Well, ma'am, just understand. I appreciate that. Just understand that if you comply with what he just said, that is a violation of Title 51. It's a misdemeanor, and I'll citizen's arrest whoever refuses the records. I'm serious. I've done it before.
Do you have a YouTube channel?
I do. Yeah.
That's just.
Guerrilla Publishing. And really and truly, like, y'all, this wouldn't be content if I just get my, like, we went to the county clerk because we needed some stuff over there. Like, I did my open records request and got what I need. We were in and out. We know those ladies are sweet as can be. We'd have come in here.
You haven't given us an open records request.
I don't need a request because I'm just asking for the last 10 filings. So I'm just going to look at it. I'm going to hand it right back to you. And I'll go a step further and tell you what I'm looking for. It's got nothing to do with you ladies. Okay, well, all you have to do is ask, because you can say,
No, we can't read your mind.
but you could ask.
Don't you go up there and ask them if they're doing that, and if they say no, then come back to us.
Well, because they're not going to tell me the truth, and I just find it easier to look at the files.
Come back down here.
I just find it easier to look at the files. I don't trust, government officials telling me things. Trust but verify is kind of the system. So I just get to the verification before I get to the trusting. I think the sheriff's back there explaining to the court clerk that we can do what we're doing.
This is one of those really rare times where you see an officer actually educating people about our rights. Like, this was just amazing. But you'll see later that not all members of the police department think the same.
If you want to bring them to me at one time, I'm going to do that exact thing right there and hand them right back to you. It's that easy. I'd be out of your hair. We didn't have to do any of this rigmarole. I'd rather not make content this way. I'm really after a whole other subject. I'm always happy. It was just the whole, you can't film in here. I'd explain to you what we're doing. I'd be happy to. It's not a secret. Okay, see? So I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. And again, it's not y'all's fault.
Don't make friends. Right.
But you see right here where we got, and on this one, and I don't film this stuff, but I want to show you what I'm talking about.
Right.
You see how if I came in here,
Talking about, but
yeah. And so,
we don't want you upset at us, because
no ma'am,
It's not your fault.
It's not your fault. As I explained, you have to take those filings. I understand that. But I can only confirm that this is happening. So now I can see that they're not redacting things. I actually went and got some information on some very famous rich people, their social security numbers, all that stuff, to prove the point that we got to do something in Oklahoma to require people to do a better job redacting this. It shouldn't just be voluntary, it should be mandatory. And again, that's not on y'all. I don't need to see the rest. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate it. You can let him know. He can calm down now. We're gonna head on out. He can tell him to take his blood pressure medication. He should stop smoking. It's not good for you.
You gentlemen have a good one.
Thank
You have a
you.
blessed day.
Y'all saved him. Let him know y'all saved him.
Part of our investigation is into the sheriff, the husband of the 911 operator. So we went to request the last 20 use of force reports to kind of give us an idea of if officers are using force in correct situations, whether they're unlawfully assaulting people, which happens more than you would think. And when we got there, let's just say it was even more fun than at the court clerk.
Hello, how are you? I'm doing fantastic. I get yelled at by the court clerk. Hopefully you won't yell at me, but I just need to do a request for the last 20 use of force reports. Happy to do so.
Hi.
Why do you need that?
I didn't want to be on camera.
What's policy and procedure?
Policy and procedure is that we take your ID and make a copy of it, attach it to the form.
Well,
That goes to the district attorney's office and.
I don't want to, can I not do it without that? I don't want to give you my identification. I'll put my name and everything. Okay.
I can do it that way. I did not know.
Well, if the DA has a problem with it, wants to violate the Open Records Act, they can violate it and I'll sue them. You know, don't let, yeah. I'm just not gonna give you my ID because it's not required under the Act.
Okay.
There you go.
All right. I'll get it submitted for you.
What do you mean submitted? I'd like to inspect them real quick.
To our regular viewers, I'm going to sound like a broken record, but for those who don't know, you have the right to inspect any documents in person during regular business hours. That means if they have it readily available, they have to give it to you to inspect right then and there. Unless there's some sort of confidential thing going on, it's a sealed case. Obviously, they can't give it to you without redacting it. For other things like use of force reports, it'll take more time for them to go through the computer system and give them to us. So we're not expecting those right now. But when it comes to a policy and procedures manual, they have one, and they're required to have one in the back. And they're also required to give it to you upon request.
We don't do that. It has to go through the district attorney's office.
For police reports?
Yep. For everything. Everything we do goes through the district attorney's office.
Okay, well, I'd like to inspect the Wagoner, hang on, let me ask you this. Let me add something to it.
You have a problem with it.
Oh, I'm gonna go up there. I'm absolutely gonna go up there. Let me add something to it real quick so you can reject me on this one.
I'm not rejecting you.
Oh, you are?
No, sir, I'm not.
Okay.
Everything that we do goes through the district attorney's office. They're the one that authorize or not authorize.
I'd like to physically inspect right now the policy and procedure manual for the department.
Down here.
I wanna inspect the policy and procedure manual for the department.
If you don't like what I'm saying, you can go up and speak to the DA yourself.
And you are who?
I will send this over to him.
And who are you, ma'am? You didn't identify yourself and shut the curtain. You look really bad. Isn't your sheriff up for re-election right now? You really want to shut the curtain in somebody's face when your sheriff's up for re-election right now?
I'm asking you to leave our office.
I'm asking you to identify yourself.
Now.
I'm asking you to identify yourself.
Leave our office.
I'm going to stand right out here. Identify yourself, ma'am. Do you want to come remove me for asking for your policy and procedure manual? Come on. You going to identify yourself?
We are the records department.
And who are you, ma'am? That's what I'm asking.
I am the person running the records.
I know. Do you have an ID number?
If you do not leave,
Do you have an ID number?
escorted from the premises.
I'm going to be escorted from the premises for standing here?
Yes, you are.
Okay, well, escort me from the premises for standing here, ma'am.
You do not need my name.
Can I get a copy of my Open Record Act request?
Well, you could have got that.
I could have, but now I can't because you slammed the curtain in my face because you didn't want me to ask you if I could have the policy and procedure manual? Wow. You're making your sheriff look really good. You're making him look awesome.
I just asked you to leave
No, I know, but you said I have to leave. I want to know where the person is that's going to tell me that.
several times to leave. Please leave the building.
No, thank you.
Please leave the
No,
building.
no, thank you.
I've asked you several times.
You can, ma'am, you can ask me till kingdom come. I'm not going to leave the building. I don't understand what your problem is. He's going to explain it to you as well.
Okay.
I'll call you.
Keep on.
Yeah, keep on keeping on.
You got a body cam on? Can you identify yourself?
Chief Deputy Ron Kwan at Wagoner County Sheriff's
And
Office.
have you had that on?
303.
Did you just turn that
Badge
on?
number 7303.
Did you just turn that on, or how long?
I don't believe that's relevant. It's on.
Okay, I'm gonna do a request for it. So badge number, what was it?
Sure, 7303.
7303. Thank you.
And please spell my last name Kawano.
You didn't want to let me inspect the policy and procedure manual for the Wagoner County Sheriff's Department. Would you let me inspect the policy and procedure manual for the Wagoner County
At
Sheriff's
this moment,
Department?
no.
So there you have it. They're still hiding the information about the 911 operator, and clearly the sheriff does not know how to run his department. If I were in Wagoner, I would consider voting for somebody else. But don't worry, we'll be back and we'll be continuing to investigate this, asking not just the people at the police department and courthouse, but others as well who may have more inside information.
Hey, I miss you.
I wasn't expecting this.
I really wasn't.
I mean, I thought we were gonna get in and out of here quick. We were almost out of here. Like, we almost got out of here. Thank y'all, by the way, for being nice and like just.
Wagoner, I think, is
It's awesome. We don't get that very often.
that's why we try to show, like, hey,
Well, you would think so, but people freak out. I mean, I know we're intimidating, and we got Jason Momoa with us today, so. All right, ladies, thank y'all so much.
If you've enjoyed this video, please hit that like and subscribe button. We'll continue investigating this story, getting more details to try to get a full-length documentary and story about what happened, and get you guys all the information that the government's hiding from you and the news doesn't care to get.